For centuries, a massive pyramid stood above the jungle canopy of southern Mexico. Travelers saw it. Locals knew it was ancient. Archaeologists studied its walls. But nobody knew that deep beneath the stone structure, a king waited in darkness. A king whose tomb would remain hidden for more than 13 centuries. And when archaeologists finally found him, the discovery would transform everything historians thought they knew about the ancient Maya. The story begins at Palenque, one of the most important cities of the ancient Maya world. Located in what is now the Mexican state of Chiapas, Palenque flourished during the 7th century. Its rulers built magnificent temples, recorded their history in stone inscriptions, and governed a powerful kingdom surrounded by dense tropical forest. Even today, Palenque remains one of the most beautiful archaeological sites in the Americas. Among all of its monuments, one structure stood above the rest, a towering stepped pyramid known today as the Temple of the Inscriptions. The building earned its name from hundreds of carved glyphs that covered panels inside the temple. These inscriptions recorded the history of Palenque's royal dynasty and preserved the memory of one of its greatest rulers, a king named Kinich Janab Pakal. Pakal became ruler of Palenque around the age of 12. Over the next several decades, he guided the kingdom through periods of conflict, rebuilding, and expansion. His reign lasted nearly 70 years, making him one of the longest ruling monarchs in recorded history. When Pakal died in the year 683, the people of Palenque honored him with a monument unlike anything archaeologists had ever seen. The problem was, nobody knew it existed. By the 20th century, the Temple of the Inscriptions had become one of the most studied Maya structures in the world. Researchers carefully documented its architecture and translated many of its inscriptions. Most scholars believed they understood the building's purpose. It was considered a ceremonial temple, an impressive monument, a place of ritual and remembrance. But no one suspected that a secret lay hidden beneath its floor. That changed in 1949. A Mexican archaeologist named Alberto Ruiz Lullier was examining the temple when he noticed something unusual. Large stone slabs covered part of the temple floor. Within them were carefully fitted stone plugs. The arrangement seemed deliberate. Too deliberate to be decorative. Too deliberate to be accidental. Ruiz began investigating. When the slabs were removed, they revealed the top of a hidden staircase. The staircase descended deep into the pyramid itself. But there was a problem. The entire passage had been filled with rubble and stones. Someone had intentionally sealed it shut centuries earlier. The discovery raised an extraordinary question. Why would the Maya build a staircase inside a pyramid, only to bury it? What was hidden at the bottom? A storage chamber? A ritual space? Or something far more important? No one knew. There was only one way to find out. Archaeologists would have to clear the entire passage by hand, and the work ahead would take years. The excavation was unlike anything archaeologists had attempted at Palenque before. The hidden staircase was packed with centuries of debris. Stone after stone. Layer after layer. The deeper the team dug, the more obvious it became that the passage had been deliberately sealed. The ancient Maya wanted whatever lay below to remain hidden. Months turned into years. Workers carefully removed thousands of stones from the narrow corridor. The air was humid. The conditions were difficult. Every meter gained required patience and persistence. Yet the staircase continued downward, deeper into the heart of the pyramid. As the excavation progressed, archaeologists made another discovery. Inside the passage, they found the remains of several individuals. Their presence suggested that the staircase had played a role in important funerary rituals long before it was sealed. The deeper researchers descended, the clearer it became that they were approaching something extraordinary. Finally, after nearly 3 years of excavation, the staircase came to an end. Waiting at the bottom was a massive stone doorway. It was sealed, undisturbed, silent for more than 1,300 years. No archaeologist had ever encountered anything like it inside a Maya pyramid. In 1952, Alberto Lullier and his team carefully opened the chamber beyond the doorway. As the darkness gave way to torchlight, they found themselves standing inside one of the greatest archaeological discoveries ever made in the Americas. A royal tomb hidden beneath the Temple of the Inscriptions. The chamber itself was remarkable. Its walls were decorated with sculpted figures connected to Maya religious beliefs and the journey into the afterlife. But the true centerpiece stood in the middle of the room. A massive limestone sarcophagus, the largest ever discovered in the Maya world. The stone coffin was covered by an enormous carved lid, unlike anything researchers had seen before. Every surface was filled with symbols, imagery, and sacred meaning. The Maya had transformed the tomb into a statement of royal power, spiritual belief, and eternal remembrance. Even before the sarcophagus was opened, archaeologists knew they had found something extraordinary. When the lid was finally removed, the mystery of the hidden king came into focus. Inside rested the remains of a ruler adorned with magnificent burial treasures, pieces of jade, ornaments crafted by master artisans, and most famous of all, a stunning jade funerary mask. Its polished green surface had survived the centuries beneath the pyramid. The body had been covered with cinnabar, a brilliant red mineral used in elite Maya burials. To the Maya, death was not an ending. It was a transition, a passage into another stage of existence. Every object placed within the tomb carried meaning for the journey that followed. As researchers studied the inscriptions and evidence surrounding the burial, the identity of the king became clear. The tomb belonged to Kinich Janab Pakal, the ruler whose name appeared throughout the history of Palenque, the king who had guided the city through one of its greatest eras. And now, after more than 13 centuries, he had been found again. But the discovery was important for more than the identity of the king. Pakal's tomb challenged long-held assumptions about Maya civilization itself. What archaeologists had uncovered beneath the pyramid would force historians to rethink the purpose of Maya monuments and the role of royal burials in the ancient world. And that realization would change Maya archaeology forever. The discovery of Pakal's tomb changed Maya archaeology forever. Before 1952, many researchers viewed Maya pyramids primarily as ceremonial monuments. But hidden beneath the Temple of the Inscriptions was clear evidence that at least some pyramids also served another purpose. They were royal mausoleums, places where rulers could be honored, remembered, and symbolically connected to the gods and ancestors who came before them. The sarcophagus lid itself became one of the most studied works of art in the ancient Americas. Its intricate carvings are filled with Maya religious symbolism. At the center is Pakal, positioned within a sacred cosmic scene that reflects Maya beliefs about death, rebirth, and the structure of the universe. For the ancient Maya, rulers did not simply disappear after death. Their journey continued into the spiritual world. The discovery also revealed something else. The Maya were recording their own history with remarkable detail. The inscriptions at Palenque preserved names, dates, dynasties, victories, and family relationships across generations. Because of these records, Pakal is not merely a skeleton discovered in a tomb. He is one of the best-known rulers of the ancient Maya world. More than 13 centuries after his burial, Pakal still tells a story. A story of leadership. A story of belief. A story of a civilization whose achievements continue to amaze archaeologists today. And perhaps most remarkable of all, his story survived because the people of Palenque carefully sealed a staircase and protected a tomb beneath a pyramid. For centuries, the king remained hidden beneath the jungle. The pyramid stood above him. Empires rose and fell. Forests grew and reclaimed the city. Generations passed without knowing what lay below. Yet the tomb endured, waiting silently in the darkness. Then, in 1952, a simple observation on a temple floor led archaeologists to one of the greatest discoveries in the history of the Americas. A lost king, a hidden tomb, and a remarkable window into the world of the ancient Maya. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, be sure to subscribe to Mellori Unearths the Past for more real historical discoveries, ancient mysteries, and archaeological stories from around the world. And let me know in the comments, what hidden discovery from history should we uncover next?